make it a better place.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to Memory Keeping Friday, you guys. I am ecstatic to be sharing with you guys Project Life. So as you can see here, I have both my albums out. This is January through the end of June, and then this is July through the end of December. You can see I wanted to, before I dive in and share with you guys a look at inside the albums, I wanted to kind of show you where I was at, because Project Life, it has been a nightmare this month for me, you guys, in July. I always like to make sure that I'm being really honest with you guys and sharing with you my struggles. And it has just been a nightmare with the kids being out of school, me trying to keep up on business stuff, summer vacation, tons of things going on. It's been crazy. So first, I have these photos, and these are from the end of June all the way until the end of July, basically. Like, I don't have photos for this current week that we're in. So Monday through right now, Friday, I don't have photos. And this is not even our family vacation, and it's not 4th of July, because I did those in this with this. This is the Project Life app, and I had the pages printed right through the app, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to put you back up over my desk here, and I'm going to show you guys these and talk about them. But I just got these today, and then I got these today as well. So what I've been doing is I went through my phone, and I started putting sticky notes where everything was. So I'm going to show you this real quick before I pop you back up there. But you can see this is the last week of, no, it's not even the last week of June. It's this week right here. So it's like the third week in June. I have sticky notes on here where photos need to go, and notes, and then I have a couple things dropped in the pockets right here. And then I have July set up, and I already set up my pages for July through, I think I did all the way through September, and I'll show you guys that. But I did put sticky notes so I know where photos go. And then I also have my page protectors in here for my pages through the app. So I want to stick you guys up here, and I want to go through these app pages because I got a lot of questions about these, and I want to share with you guys my thoughts on them, and then how I use the app to help me with my memory keeping, because you guys know that I love my physical product. I love my albums. I love diving in and using some embellishments, but I do need the assistance of the app sometimes. The other thing that I want to mention is for these photos right here that I'm going to stick in my album, I'm not doing any embellishing in the last part of June or the beginning of July. I'm not going to be doing stamping or heavy embellishing or anything. I'm just going to get the photos in there, and I'm going to move on and just get caught up. Like, I just don't have the time. I feel like if I take the time to embellish and do anything really deep, I'm just going to continue to be behind. So I'm going to let it go. So let me stick you guys back up here over my desk, and we'll go through these pages, and then I'll show you where our albums are. All right, everybody, I'm back, and you are looking at pages that I had printed through the Project Life app. The app is an app on your phone. You can get it if you have an iPhone or an Android phone. You can get it on that. I've had the app since Becky Higgins released it. I love it. When you purchase the app, I believe it comes with one kit, and then it comes with a set of like page designs, and there's a couple items that are free. I know just recently she added a little like mini kit that was free, and then you can purchase the other kits. So the other, like a whole core kit, is $1.99, and then the mini kits are 99 cents. And then there are also Project Life by Stampin' Up kits within the app, and I have purchased quite a few of them, even though I don't use the app like crazy, and I do it for a couple reasons. The first reason is you can actually print the cards just themselves through the app. I just print them like I would print photos. So any kit that I love and I want to make sure that I always have, I purchase in the app, because that way if it ever retires, it will be in my app and I'll have access to print the cards. I also like the idea of just being able to print one of the designs of the cards. So for instance, this is a mini kit. It's called Americana, and I like the idea that if I was doing some major project, I could go into the app and I could print like 20 of these if I wanted, and I could have the same ones. Now, of course, they're on photo paper. I've talked about how I do this, print them through the app, and then they're on like a photo type paper, but that's fine with me. I just like having that option. This is the first time I've printed through the actual app. So when the app first came out, you couldn't print through the app, and I printed through Persnickety Prints. It's $1.99 to print a 12 by 12 layout or photo or page. So I did print through Persnickety Prints at one point and I loved it. This was the first time I did it through the app. I love being able to do it through the app because it's so simple. You put your page together and then you hit order prints and you're done. These came in about a week. It does take a little bit of time, so you'll want to be mindful of that. The quality is really amazing. It's a photo paper, so you can see it's glossy. You can see I did not do any of my journaling in the actual app. I don't like journaling on my phone. I know you can talk to your phone and let it journal, and then you can type it. I despise doing that. I just can't stand the way, it's because I'm a control freak, and I don't like that I can't control exactly how it looks on the card, or there's just some, what would you call it? It's not a bad thing. I mean, you can align it, you can center it. It's totally fine. It looks fine. I'm just very particular about the way I want it done. So that's the reason that I don't do any of my journaling through the app. Now, I have done journaling on my pages on the computer. I'll put a card right up here you can click on, and you can see my tutorial on how to do that. It's a little bit more time consuming, a little bit tedious, but I do like doing that to add journaling if I want to do all my journaling on the computer. For these that I'm going to show you, I'm just going to do some journaling either with a Sharpie or with a slick writer, and I don't have either one of those in front of me, but those will both work on these, and that's what I'm going to do. So what I did is I did our 4th of July photos, which would usually be an insert, and then like I would do a special insert into the middle of the week for that event, and then also our summer vacation I did in the app, and again that would usually be a insert into that page. I went ahead and did it through the app. So for one, it would be thinner because instead of having the bulk of photos and cards and embellishments, it is thinner. And then the other thing that I like about using the app is you can use different page designs. So you can see right here, let's see, the start of our 4th of July fun started here. So I used this design where it had one 4x6 here, and then it had a bunch of 3x4s here. Now, if I was using a regular page protector, when I turned the page, I would still have to use this design. So the back of it would have to be this design. So with the app, it doesn't have to be like that because it's just coming all together on one layout. So your next page, the page that is behind you, can be a different layout design. So I really like that. And so that is what I did so this was the parade we went to. And so it's basically the same design, and that's fine. I'll slip that in. But here was the fireworks that we did. And for the first page, I did this, which is a design P, and it's the 4x4 squares. And then for the next page, I did a design, I'm not positive which letter this is, but it's the design that has the 4x6 here, and then 3x4 here. So now when these are back to back, it's not going to matter. And that, I really like that option. That's one of the things I really like about the app. So here's our 4th of July inserts. I did 2. We did the parade in the morning, and then we did fireworks at night. So they were a total of 4 layouts, but there'll be 2 inserts basically, and it'll be inserted right into the week of the 4th of July. So you'll see that when we get to my album. So the next thing I did with the app is I did our family vacation, and this is what I like doing with the app. I did this for Christmas for all of our extra things that we did. I did in the app, and I just did at the end of the day. So I did the same thing with our summer vacation. I did use a couple different designs, and I'm going to show you a couple different tricks that I did, but I did use a couple different designs in the app, again, because I like doing that for the variety, because my pages in our album are always design A. I keep it really simple and I just use design A. So when I'm in the app, I like to change it up and use some different layouts, because I know, again, front and back, it's not going to matter. I'm not tied down to anything. So this is a tip that you can do. I took this and I'm going to trim it in half, and I'm going to put it in a 6x12 page protector front to back, just like this. So I'll journal here, and then I'll journal here, and then it'll be an insert in the middle of this. So here is, I'll put the name of the core kit on my coordinating blog post. You can get to that right up here by clicking in the corner or down in the YouTube description, and I'll tell you guys the kit that I used for the summer vacation. I believe it was the coral kit, but I'm not positive. So you can see here, I just have some photos here. In the middle are the 4x4 squares, and then this was our drive to my grandparents. And then at the end of each day, I just grabbed some photos and dropped them in the app. I actually did all of it on my way home. It's a 4-hour drive. So I knew sort of what photos I wanted to use within the app, and at the end of our trip, I just dropped those in. So I documented when we were there is when the attack in Paris happened. So I took a photo of the TV, and that's how I went ahead and documented that happened on our trip. And then there were just some things. I was at the dentist's office 3 of our days that we were there on vacation. I spent at the dentist's office having a root canal and a crown and some dental work that was somewhat unexpected, and so I documented that as well. So the way it'll work is it'll be this page and this page. This insert will go next, and it'll be there. Then we'll have this page and this page, and then these 2 pages. And that is our summer vacation, and it will be super easy, and it was, easy to do inserts. So I still had for that week pictures that I took each day that were my picture of the day that I did not include in here, and you'll see those when I bring my album over and we dive into that. So I'm going to go ahead and do all my corner rounding, because I corner round these, and then I'll drop them into my album, and then I'll let you guys look at where our Project Life family album is, and I'll talk to you guys about that. I'm very happy with the quality of these prints. The packaging was amazing. It was packaged very well. It had a lot of padding in it. Again, these are $1.99 through the app. You can always wait. I think for the prints that I got, I think I spent about $30 getting each of the prints that I got. And you can always wait for a sale, like a Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday sale. They're really good about having those, and if you just have your pages and they're kind of building up, you can wait for that. I will caution that it is a little bit, it was kind of took me back a little bit when it was only like 8 to 10 pages, and I was like, oh wow, like that's a little expensive, because they're $2 a piece. So if you have a lot of them, it's probably going to be a lot. But the thing you have to remember is you're not printing individual photos, you're not buying core kits. So a core kit is $29.99 if you buy it online through Becky Higgins. If you use a coupon, you can get it for maybe half of that or save 40% on it. But still, you're not having to buy the individual core kits or get your photos printed, which saves money and time. So keep that in mind. So I'll be right back and I'll show you where our album is right now. All right, everybody, let's take a look at my Project Life album. This is our family album, and you guys, let me just explain to you. I have had so many issues in the last 6 weeks with our Project Life album. I've not really kept up on printing photos. So about 3 weeks in, I realized I probably would need to like send photos out, just since there was going to be so many of them. I would just go ahead and send them through Snapfish to get them printed. So then it takes a couple weeks. Okay. So, but by then that time I'm like a couple more weeks behind. So then we went on our vacation, and you saw the Project Life prints that I just went ahead and did it that way. That's in my next album, and I'll show you guys how those worked out. So the very end of, this is the end of June. I went ahead and like got photos printed. Then the place I sent them to was like remodeling their photo place, so I couldn't pick them up. So I like had planned to do it that weekend, couldn't pick my photos up. Then I sent them to the wrong place. So I went back to get them to pick them up, and they're like, "We don't have your photos." Then I picked them up, and I realized as I finally this last weekend where I was dropping photos in, I didn't even get all the ones printed that I needed printed. So thank goodness I do this with the sticky notes, and I just put my sticky notes in here, and then I know what photo goes where, because then as I was dropping them in, I was like, I don't have this photo. You're going to see a bunch of these. So I have had a ton of issues. So I dropped in the photos that I have. There's no photos going on this back page. So this back page, I will just put a piece of designer paper back here, and that will be it. I need to do a page protector for this. It needs to actually go in this week. And then I have 2 photos that I'm missing here. So then let's take a look at July, and I'll show you guys how that. So now here is my second album. So sorry about my voice, you guys. I am just dealing with some summer allergies. So here's the second album. It starts like this. I'll put some designer paper here. I don't really do a title page for our second album because it just is the second half of the year. So I'll put some paper here and make it pretty. Then it starts. I used the Adventure core kit from Project Life. And you can see that I've used my 4x6 cards in here with my circle week numbers piece right there. So then I do have this in here, and you can see I have quite a few photos in here. I mean, I did get a chunk of them printed, but there's just some that are missing. So then here's the Project Life pages, and there's 2 for 4th of July. 2 inserts. So this is in week 28. The 4th of July was on Monday. So this is my week 28 spread. And then these are just inserts in there. So there's 4 of them that I did in the app, and you guys saw those. So these came out really great. I used the Americana mini kit in the app. I also have these printed. You can see that I used one right here for some journaling, because this would have been Sunday. This would have been 4th of July Monday, but all my pictures for that day were right here. So I'm just going to do some journaling here, and then that will be perfect. So I chose this card as a physical card that I have, and then in the app, the reason I chose this card is because I knew it would mirror each other like this, so it would balance it out a little bit. Then you open this up, and we have from the morning, and then this was the evening here. And then this is the rest of our week. So again, here are photos that I'm missing. I just didn't get printed when I was printing. So then here's our summer vacation, and there are the pages that are done in the app. I've not written on them yet, so I've not journaled on them. So here is the first page, and then the second page. Then here is an insert, a 6x12 insert. And then here's the rest of the pages. So that's how I just did our vacation, and I inserted it in to the week we were gone. So we were gone for week 29. We left on Sunday. We came home the following Sunday. So this is all of the extra photos I I took. But then here are photos also from my daily photos that I took. So instead of putting them all into the pictures in the app and doing prints, I also made sure to grab a couple, like this one my husband took. I didn't have it on my phone. And he took it and then he posted it to Facebook. And normally I try to get all his photos. But in this case, I knew I didn't have this photo. It was perfect for just a daily photo. Same thing with this. These are some salt and pepper shakers my grandma has. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this photo and you like kind of heard the story behind it. But I snapped this photo of these salt and pepper shakers. And so that was my photo for one of my days. So they're not in these photos of our vacation. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So that is week, what did I say, 29? Yes, so that is week 29. And then we just had a few things. I did a weather shot. I had a business card from a dental office that I had to go to while we were on vacation. That was super fun. So then week 30, I have some photos, but then it stops because I didn't have photos. I do have photos, but I didn't get them printed for some reason. So that's week 30. So we are currently in this week right here. So we're currently in week 31. So I'm not terribly behind. I'll go ahead and get things printed. Like you guys are seeing this. You guys will be seeing this on the 29th. But currently we're going into this week. So I'm not too terribly behind. Next Friday, I'll go ahead and upload photos and get them printed. And I should be like caught up. So here's the deal. For July, I'm not embellishing anything. I'm not going to go back. I will go back and do all of my journaling, but I will not go back and do any kind of embellishing at all. Like anything to these pages, anything back here, like I'm done, I'm journaling, I'm moving on. So in August, I'm using the Azure kit. I'm using my 3x4 week cards, and then I will start journaling and stamping in our album once again in August because I will be back. I feel like I'll have more time. Things will be calmed down. It's the end of summer. The kids are back in school. I will definitely have my album open and I'll be working on it throughout the week like I usually do. So that's a look at our family album, you guys. You can head over to my coordinating blog post by clicking right up here or down in the YouTube description. I will have photos of a few of the items that you guys have seen. And then I would love for you guys to comment below either in the YouTube description or over on my website and tell me how summer's going for you guys with your Project Life album. Have you been behind or have you like been very successful at keeping up? I would love to know where everybody is. I have struggled in July, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has been a struggle to keep. I always take photos, so I always have them. The struggle is not in taking the photos or capturing the moments. It's getting them printed and getting them into the album when things are so crazy and everybody's home. The other thing that I do have is I have a small stack of photos that will go into the kids' album. So I had Kayla sit while I was doing this the other day. I was dropping photos into our family album. I had her go through and sort the photos into 3 piles, a pile for Andrew, Violet, and Kayla, and she was doing that for me, and she enjoyed doing it, and we were just kind of chatting and having some time together, and she would ask me, she knew this one goes in Violet's, and then she knew that, like, this is all Violet's stack, but then she would ask me if she can't. There was a photo of her and Andrew, and she said, well, where does this one go? Because we're both in it. And so it was fun, and it's a way to get the kids involved. It's a way for me to get her involved in, her album, and we talked about it and talked about getting them into her album, and she's really at an age where she really loves that. She's grown up with me doing it. So it's something very familiar to her. She asks all the time, is this going in our family album? Can I put this in my album? So I really enjoy for her to be involved, and that was a way for her to help me. I felt relieved to not have to sort them, and then for her to be involved. So that's another great tip for you guys. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry about my scratchy voice. These summer allergies are killing me. I'm so looking forward to fall. It could not come quick enough for me, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back on Monday to share with you guys a card and some fun announcements of things that will be happening in August. So thanks so much, guys. I will talk to you later. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. I have 2 other videos here for you guys. The first one is all about my first project, Life online class. You'll want to check that out. Registration for that is closing soon. And then the second is a card video with thoughtful branches, die set, and stamp set, which is coming out in August. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you guys again on Monday.